I'll give you my take and get your reaction, because I think there's a pretty bright line between Rizzo and some Confederate general that stood for all the wrong things. Mm-hmm. And they were put up for all the wrong reasons. They were put up specifically to continue government segregation of people. Mm-hmm. And that's easy, like tear that shit down.
Right.
But they're tearing down Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and Frederick Douglass. They're going after the Lincoln statue. And if you apply that principle to other people, they're going after Gandhi. I guess they're going to go after MLK next. I don't know, because the logic of it is that person was flawed. But Washington, he did one thing that mattered. He gave up power. Jefferson did one thing that mattered. He came up with this radical idea that people were more important than government.
Right.
Lincoln did one important thing. Lincoln said all sorts of horrible shit. He thought all sorts of horrible shit. But what did he do? He emancipated the slaves.
Right.
Gandhi, freak show.
He
taught Dr. King how to build a movement based on nonviolence.
Correct.
So I think we need to distill the value and the principle in those people, in those statues that represent the value more than the person. Do you buy that?
Yes, I do. Again, if we can add a personal hero of mine, Malcolm X. Criminal the whole time, like a lot before he changed. If he dies at that moment, like fresh out of jail, now his life doesn't have value, or because he didn't and he died a little bit later, right? Murdered, not died. So now does his life prior to that have no value? So no, that's not the case. Me, I cannot be intellectually honest if I say, yeah, if the person's flawed, get rid of him. I can't. I use the Constitution. I use the Bill of Rights. These dudes, a lot of them, not all of them, Thomas Paine didn't own people. I was like, fuck no, bro, I'm not doing that, right? I'm a contradiction if I say that people are above redemption. And like all of your belief systems, like people that believe in like religion, like the whole Jesus thing, like, yo, the whole thing was like, hey, you could like be cool. Like Jesus was with the criminals, the bad guys. Like the story goes is like Mary Magdalene was like the prostitute. Like, I mean, she's a sex worker. I don't think it's wrong, but it's like, yo, that's her body, whatever. But in that story, like she's the bad person. I cannot, like the prodigal son, like these are, you know, so many history and spiritual references are littered with stories of redemption. Rocky, the whole damn series is about like the underdog, then he wins, then he gets comfortable as the champ, then he gets his ass whipped, because then another guy, then he gets his thing back together and he went. Like every story is about redemption.